Wait, we were right behind it.
When the flames started near Pacific Palisades on January 7th, some residents noticed and sprang into action.
I first learned of the fire around 10:30 on Tuesday morning. My wife and I were both at home. I looked out in the backyard and just saw the sky did not look right. It looked somewhat reddish.
The fire killed at least 10 people and annihilated the Pacific Palisades community. The Associated Press analyzed emergency communications from the fire, including radio traffic from first responders and public evacuation messages from FEMA archives and other alert databases. That data shows the first evacuation order for neighborhoods closest to the Palisades fire didn't come until about 40 minutes after some of those homes were already burning. The fire started around 10:30 a.m. With the Santa Ana winds raging, some people decided to leave immediately.
I walked back into my house. My wife was working on a call. I said, "We've got to get out of the house quickly. There's a huge fire."
By 11:27 a.m., firefighters began reporting homes on fire. It wasn't until 12:07 p.m. that the order to evacuate was sent, but by then, more people had fled and the few ways out were clogged with traffic.
We left the house around 11 and we started getting notifications, nothing buzzing, but just what seemed like SMS messages that said, "Prepare to evacuate, be prepared to evacuate," but not ordering us to evacuate. And we kept seeing these messages, which frankly, we weren't giving a whole lot of attention to because what mattered was what we saw with our own eyes.
This fire's about to cross this ridge.
They just gave an evacuation.
Los Angeles City Fire and Emergency Management officials declined to address questions about the timing of the evacuation orders. Los Angeles County Emergency Management officials noted that they had issued advance warnings about the high winds, notified people of the wildfire, and urged them to be ready to evacuate. When officials issued an order to evacuate at 12:07 p.m., all 4 lanes of Palisades Drive were blocked by cars. People had tried to escape by driving down the wrong side of the road, but they couldn't make it to the Pacific Coast Highway. That meant people in the neighborhood at the top of the road couldn't get out, and fire crews at the bottom of the road couldn't reach the highlands. At 1:09 p.m., radio traffic from first responders shows the fire was threatening the lives of people trapped on Palisades Drive. Police and fire crews began evacuating people on foot, leaving abandoned cars behind. Despite the timing of the order, nearly all the residents of Pacific Palisades made it to safety, a relief that some attributed to the hyper-awareness of fire danger, the efforts of first responders, the initiative that many took to evacuate on their own, and the fact that the fire broke out in broad daylight when those nearby were awake to notice it.